Hello everyone, this is Shivani Motorwar, registration number
19BLC1144. As quoted by Paul Maritz, CEO of VMware, cloud is about how you do computing, not where you do computing. So with this quote, let's begin with this video on the topic of cloud computing. Cloud computing is a term that is doing the rounds in the technical field since quite a while now. So let's learn all the important concepts related to the topic of cloud computing. Next, let's learn about the meaning of the word cloud. What do you mean by cloud? To understand the concept of cloud computing, it is essential to know what the term cloud actually means. The word cloud refers to a data center full of servers connected to the internet performing a service. A cloud can be a wide area network like the public internet or a private network of any size, local or global. Cloud data centers are facilities with rows of rack-mounted servers. They are devoid of humans except when repairs have to be made. Applications like email, web conferencing, customer relationship management, that is CRM, all run in cloud. Next, let's understand what is meant by the term cloud computing. Cloud computing is the on-demand availability of computer system resources, especially data storage and computing power, without direct active management by the user. Rather than keeping files on a hard drive or local storage device, cloud-based storage makes it possible to save them to a remote database. As long as an electronic device has access to the web, it has access to the data and the software programs to run it. Cloud computing is a popular option for people and businesses for a number of reasons, which include cost savings, increased productivity, speed, efficiency, performance, as well as security. Cloud computing is named as such because the information being accessed is found remotely in the cloud or a virtual space. Companies that provide cloud services enable users to store files and applications on remote servers and then access all the data via the internet. This means the user is not required to be in a specific place to gain access to it, thus allowing the user to work remotely. Now let's look at all the benefits of cloud computing. First, security. Cloud computing offers great security when any sensitive data has been lost. As the data is stored in the system, it can be easily accessed even if something happens to your computer. You can even remotely wipe out data from the lost machines for avoiding it getting in the wrong hands. The second advantage which is offered by cloud computing is cost control. Cost saving is one of the biggest cloud computing benefits. It helps you to save substantial capital cost as it does not need any physical hardware investments. The buying and managing of equipment is done by the cloud service provider. Coming to the third benefit of cloud computing service. The third benefit of cloud computing services includes the ability to scale elastically. In cloud speak, that means delivering the right amount of IT resources, for example, more or less computing power, storage, bandwidth, right when it is needed and from the right geographic location. Fourth, reliability. Cloud computing makes data backup, disaster recovery, and business continuity easier and less expensive because data can be mirrored at multiple redundant sites on the cloud provider's network. The fifth advantage is speed. Most cloud computing services are provided self-service and on demand. So even vast amounts of computing resources can be provisioned in minutes, typically with just a few mouse clicks, giving businesses a lot of flexibility and taking the pressure off capacity planning. Sixth, performance. The biggest cloud computing services run on a worldwide network of secure data centers which are regularly upgraded to the latest generation of fast and efficient computing hardware. This offers several benefits over a single corporate data center, including reduced network latency for applications and greater economies of scale. Types of cloud computing. The three types of cloud computing are public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Now let's see what each type of cloud computing means. What is public cloud? Public clouds are the most common type of cloud computing deployment. The cloud resources like servers and storage are owned and operated by a third-party cloud service provider and delivered over the internet. With a public cloud, all hardware, software, and other supporting infrastructure are owned and managed by the cloud provider. Microsoft Azure is an example of a public cloud. In a public cloud, you share the same hardware, storage, and network devices with other organizations, and you access services and manage your account using a web browser. Public cloud deployments are frequently used to provide web-based email, online office applications, storage, and testing and development environments. Next, what is private cloud? A private cloud consists of cloud computing resources used exclusively by one business or organization. The private cloud can be physically located at your organization's on-site data center, or it can be hosted by a third-party service provider. But in a private cloud, the services and infrastructure are always maintained on a private network, and the hardware and software are dedicated solely to your organization. In this way, a private cloud can make it easier for an organization to customize its resources to meet specific IT requirements. Private clouds are often used by government agencies, financial institutions, any other mid to large size organizations with business critical operations seeking enhanced control over their environment. Next, hybrid computing. A hybrid cloud is a type of cloud computing that combines on-premises infrastructure or a private cloud with a public cloud. Hybrid clouds allow data and apps to move between the two environments. Many organizations choose a hybrid cloud approach due to business imperatives taking full advantage of on-premises technology investment. The hybrid cloud is evolving to include edge workloads as well. Edge computing brings the computing power of the cloud to IoT devices closer to where the data resides. By moving workloads to the edge, devices spend less time communicating with the cloud, reducing latency, and they are even able to operate reliably in extended offline periods. Now, let's look at the three types of cloud services, which are software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. Software as a service. Software as a service, also known as cloud application services, represents the most commonly utilized option for businesses in the cloud market. It utilizes the internet to deliver applications which are managed by a third-party vendor to its user. A majority of its applications run directly through your web browser, which means they do not require any downloads or installations on the client side. Some examples of software as a service include Google Workspace, Dropbox, Salesforce, Cisco WebEx, GoToMeeting, and Slack. Next, we have Platform as a Service. Cloud platform services, also known as Platform as a Service, provide cloud components to a certain software while being used mainly for applications. It delivers a framework for developers that they can build upon and use to create customized applications. All servers, storage, and networking can be managed by the enterprise or a third-party provider, while the developers can maintain management of the applications. AWS Elastic Beanstalk, Windows Azure, Heroku, Force.com, Google App Engine, OpenShift are some of the examples of platform as a service. Infrastructure as a service. Cloud infrastructure services, known as infrastructure as a service, are made of highly scalable and automated computer resources. It is fully self-service for accessing and monitoring computers, networking, storage, and other services. It allows businesses to purchase resources on demand and as needed instead of having to buy the hardware outright. DigitalOcean, Rackspace, Amazon Web Services, Cisco Metapod, Microsoft Azure, Google Compute Engine are the common examples of infrastructure as a service. Next, we move on to cloud architecture. Architecture refers to the various components in terms of databases, software capabilities, applications, etc., engineered to leverage the power of cloud resources to solve business problems. Cloud architecture defines the components as well as the relationships between them. The entire cloud architecture is aimed at providing the users with high bandwidth, allowing users to have uninterrupted access to data and applications, on-demand agile network with possibility to move quickly and efficiently between servers or even between clouds, and most importantly, network security. Who is a cloud architect? Cloud architects are responsible for managing the cloud computing architecture in an organization, especially as cloud technologies grow increasingly complex. Cloud computing architecture encompasses everything involved with cloud computing, including the front-end platforms, servers, storage, delivery, and networks required to manage cloud storage. Cloud architects are also responsible for bridging the gaps between complex business problems and solutions in the cloud. How to become a cloud architect? Becoming a cloud architect can take the better part of a decade and requires dedication and perseverance, as you might expect from an upper management position. The first step in the process is to get acquainted with operating systems like Windows, Linux, Unix, etc. to understand how the cloud services operate. Next, step 2. Become proficient in programming languages like SQL, Python, etc. to develop cloud-based applications that meet business requirements. Step 3. Networking. Acquire knowledge about the very basics of networking, virtual networks, and other networking functions to understand the back-end cloud infrastructure. The last and the final step in the process of becoming a cloud architect involves mastering cloud platforms like Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, etc. to gain the hands-on experience critical to becoming a cloud computing engineer. So next, we look at some of the cloud computing companies with funding more than $150 million. To name a few, IBM, AWS, Dropbox, Salesforce, DigitalOcean, uh, and Datrium are examples of such cloud computing companies. So before coming to the end of this video, let's get to know about an interesting fact. One of the world's biggest data gatherers, Netflix, successfully migrated all of its databases to the cloud in the year 2016. As a result, the streaming giant can now produce more content, onboard more customers, and easily handle sharp increases in usage spikes, typically when new episodes of a show are made available. The company can also add or reduce storage amounts in real time based on its current viewers. So coming to the end of this video, I would like to thank all of the viewers for watching this video. Hope this video proved to be beneficial to you all. Thank you.